What is up, Xaliter here. The Primal Ritualist skill tree focuses on using totems to upgrade the player's offensive and defensive capabilities. The Primal Ritualist skill tree is located in Caldera, in the Primal Ritualist hut. Here, I'll go over all the perks of the Primal Ritualist skill tree. There are two totems that the Primal Ritualist skill tree uses, the Ghost Drum and the Sky Chimes. These totems need to be crafted in order to be used. Before you can craft these totems, you will need to speak with the Primal Ritualist teacher. In each region, there is a totem workshop where these totems can be crafted. The ghost drums will need region-specific ingredients, ghost eyes, and palladium scrap. The sky chimes will need region-specific ingredients, occult remains, and palladium scrap. Ghost eyes can be acquired from ghost plants located in the Chersonese near Ghost Pass and the Endmerker Forest, and also by killing ghosts. The occult remains can be acquired from killing Hivemen in the Endmerker Forest or the Abyssar Desert, or the Wendigo in the Chersonese. Palladium scrap can be acquired from mining at palladium ore veins. In Caldera, the totem workshop can be found in the Primal Ritualist hut, behind the Primal Ritualist teacher. The ghost drums will need 1 hexastone, 1 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Hexastones can be acquired from hexastone veins in northeast Caldera. The sky chimes will need 1 peach seeds, 1 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Peach seeds can be acquired from cooking a rainbow peach, which can be found as gatherables in Caldera underneath these types of trees. In Abyssar, the totem workshop can be found near the bridge northwest of Stone Titan Caves. The ghost drums will need 2 shark cartilage, 2 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Shark cartilage can be acquired from killing crescent sharks. The sky chimes will need 3 insect husks, 2 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Insect husks can be acquired from killing insects and crustaceans such as the assassin bugs or mantis shrimps. In the Antique Plateau, the totem workshop can be found inside a giant wheel structure northwest of the Mana Lake. The ghost drums will need 3 Buzu hide, 2 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Buzu hide can sometimes be acquired from killing Buzu. The sky chimes will need 3 beast golem scraps, 2 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Beast golem scraps can sometimes be acquired from killing beast golems and rusty beast golems. In Chersonese, the totem workshop can be found on a hill near the beach on the southwest side of the Chersonese. The ghost drums will need 3 hackmanite, 2 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Hackmanite can sometimes be acquired from mining at mana stone veins, which can be found around Conflux Mountain. The sky chimes will need 2 amylite, 2 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Amylite can be acquired from mining at amylite veins on the beaches of Chersonese and near the shipwreck in the Abyssar Desert. In the Endmerker Forest, the totem workshop can be found inside the old hunter's cabin. The ghost drums will need 3 coral horn antler, 2 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Coral horn antlers can be acquired from killing alpha coral horn. The sky chimes will need 2 copal, 2 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Copal can be acquired from mining yellow copal from certain trees in the Endmerker Forest. In the Hallowed Marsh, the totem workshop can be found north of Dead Roots. The ghost drums will need 2 phytosaur horn, 2 ghost eye, and 2 palladium scrap. Phytosaur horns can be acquired by killing phytoflora, the ones with the glowing flowers on them, and sometimes be acquired from killing phytosaurs, the ones without the glowing flowers. The sky chimes will need 2 gold lich mechanisms, 2 occult remains, and 2 palladium scrap. Gold lich mechanisms can sometimes be acquired from killing the gold minions or golden specters. Tier 1 skills are skills that are available to anyone. You just need to have the silver to pay for the skills, and you do not have to worry about using your limited breakthrough points, so there is no harm in just buying these skills to experiment with them. Haunting Bee is an active skill that requires a ghost drums in the inventory. It costs 20 stamina to cast and has a cooldown of 120 seconds. After casting Haunting Bee, it places the ghost drums down, creating a ring around the drums that continuously deals haunted to enemies, which decreases ethereal damage and resistance by 25%. The drums can be hit once every 3 seconds. If enemies are within range while the drums are hit, it adds 1 charge to the drum and sends a blast dealing 10 ethereal damage to nearby enemies plus 3 ethereal damage for each charge that the drum has, up to a maximum of 40 base ethereal damage. The blast also inflicts Aether Bomb with a 20% buildup plus 6% per charge on enemies, which deals 150 ethereal damage and 140 impact to enemies after 15 seconds. Buildup has to reach 100% for the effect to take place. Haunting Beat cannot be used to place a Ghost Drums within 30 meters of another totem. Welkin Ring is an active skill that requires a Sky Chimes in the inventory. It costs 20 stamina to cast and has a cooldown of 120 seconds. After casting Welkin Ring, it places the Sky Chimes down, creating a ring around the chimes that continuously deals doom to enemies, which decreases lightning damage and resistance by 25%. The chimes can be hit once every 3 seconds. If enemies are within range while the chimes are hit, it adds 1 charge to the chimes and sends a blast dealing 10 lightning damage to nearby enemies plus 3 lightning damage for each charge that the chimes has, up to a maximum of 40 base lightning damage. If enemies are inflicted with burning, the blast also inflicts Holy Blaze with a 20% buildup plus 6% per charge on enemies, which deals lightning damage over time. Buildup has to reach 100% for the effect to take place. Welkin Ring cannot be used to place a Sky Chimes within 30 meters of another totem. Miasmic Tolerance is a passive skill that increases status effect resistance by 15% when well rested. This makes it so that it is a little bit harder to get those annoying negative status effects that some enemies inflict. Tier 2 consists of a single skill. To buy this skill, you must use a breakthrough point, meaning that you are locked into the skill tree as one of your 3 skill trees. It's a good idea to have at least a general idea of what build you are trying to go for before you use breakthrough points, as you cannot get them back after you use them. Sacred Fumes is a passive skill that increases barrier by 7, which decreases the amount of elemental damage taken by a flat amount. It does not work on status effects that deal elemental damage over time. Tier 3 skills are locked behind the Tier 2 skill, meaning that to unlock the Tier 3 skills in the skill tree, you have to use a breakthrough point to unlock the Tier 2 skill of the same skill tree. Again, it is generally a good idea to have an idea of what build you want to go for before you choose Tier 2 and Tier 3 skills. Some Tier 3 skills are sitting right next to each other. When you see this, it means that the 2 skills are mutually exclusive, and if you choose one, you cannot choose the other. Nurturing Echo is an active skill that requires at least 1 deployed totem within 15 meters. It costs 20 stamina to cast and has a cooldown of 240 seconds. After casting Nurturing Echo, it generates a bubble around nearby totems each second that recovers stats over time, with the time increasing based on how many charges the totems have. Each charge increases the duration of Nurturing Echo by 2 seconds, up to a maximum of 16 seconds. On the Ghost Drums, it restores 5 stamina and 5 mana per second. On the Sky Chimes, it restores 5 health and decreases the buildup of status effects by 10% per second. Reverberation is an active skill that requires the player to be facing a deployed totem within 15 meters. It costs 25 stamina to cast and has a cooldown of 10 seconds. After casting Reverberation, it recalls a deployed totem back to the player's inventory, generating a zone that deals damage over time to enemies, with the size, damage, and duration depending on the totem and its number of charges. A totem with 0 to 3 charges will create a zone that deals 15 damage and 10 impact per second for 10 seconds. A totem with 4 to 6 charges will create a zone that deals 15 damage and 10 impact per second for 15 seconds. A totem with more than 7 charges will create a zone that deals 25 damage and 10 impact per second for 15 seconds. Ghost Drums deal ethereal damage, and Sky Chimes deal lightning damage. Harmony and Melody is a passive skill that allows the player to have both a Ghost Drum and Sky Chimes deployed within close proximity of each other at the same time. This skill allows you to take advantage of having both totems, including access to 2 different damage types at the same time. Battle Rhythm is a passive skill that makes it so that deployed Ghost Drums increase protection by 5 when within 8 meters, which decreases physical damage taken by a flat amount. Deployed Sky Chimes increases barrier by 5 when within 8 meters, which decreases elemental damage taken by a flat amount, not including damage over time. Allies such as co-op partners and Summon Ghosts also benefit from this skill. In my opinion, the Primal Ritualist skill tree is a great option for a variety of builds. This skill tree gives a bunch of defensive buffs as well as access to 2 different damage types and debuffs to the enemies. The only downside to this skill tree is that carrying the totems can be a bit heavy, with each totem weighing 6 kilograms. I hope you found this video informative. If you are thinking about making different builds in Outward, click on the info card for a build calculator that you might find helpful. Otherwise, I'll see you later.